Hi, my name is Thomas Ubizretta, and I'm with Goodwill Solutions. Goodwill Solutions has done an in-depth study on Goodwill Industries of Houston. We were graciously led into Goodwill Industries of Houston by Mr. Charles Canton. Goodwill Industries of Houston has been empowering people to succeed in life since 1945. Goodwill's objective is to change lives through the power of work by employing and finding employment for underprivileged people. Goodwill employs underprivileged people through inputs such as donations of items and money. Goodwill's supply chain strategy or growth strategy is to maximize the amount of work it can produce for its employees by incurring donations. Goodwill makes sure that every donation finds a new home and provides maximum benefits for its employees, so the employees are empowered through work.
Theoretically, every nonprofit has a mission or an objective that is altruistic and good and helpful to someone. That would be the idea. So there's a commonality there. We tend to be more focused on trying to help people get jobs, get qualified for jobs, keep jobs, whatever it takes. We're job related. What we've done over the last 10 years is put together a management team that manages Goodwill like a business, so that we're very much focused on making sure we make what would be considered in the profit world profit. But it doesn't benefit a board or doesn't benefit a shareholder or a stockholder. It benefits the missions. We're able to do more. In other words, what our objective is and has been is to have Goodwill be able to fund all of our operations through the store sales and through what happens in donated goods. We were supposed to be able to get that done before 2013. We beat that goal by about 3 years to where we were actually able to be self-funding. So that someone donates money today to Goodwill, it'll go directly towards our mission. It won't be to keep the lights on or to pay my salary or anybody else's salary. That was an objective we had, and that's different, I think, than most nonprofits. Once it gets to the store, that's where most of the quality control comes in place. We have both hangers and sorters, and then people who go through the hard goods and people who go through electronics. They check everything, test it, plug it in, and to the best of our ability make sure things are working. So all of that happens in our back room. And those folks are trained on a regular basis, both by the store managers, who themselves are trained, as well as by our management. Internally, we have one person, soon to be two, that actually go around and make sure there's a standardization in those areas. So.
Hi, this is Salman. Goodwill donations are based on the geographical location of the stores, followed by donor counts which help drive distribution within Goodwill centers. Daily reads of the store donor allows the company to know when a particular store needs more or less product. Schedules are then created based on these numbers for the transfer of goods between stores. This makes the process efficient and ensures that the product is evenly distributed within all locations. Like any large organization, Goodwill has its plans and goals for the future. The company currently operates under a 5-year strategic plan, with each operating unit having their own subset of objectives and measures to make progress with. Even though they all have different objectives, they are all working towards the same mission, which is to motivate people to succeed and look beyond financial rewards and gains. The division of management objectives help Goodwill reach this goal and help better operate the organization.
Hello, I'm Rachel Hightower. Goodwill's Strategic Capacity Management Plan is based on their vision for tomorrow. This vision is to serve over 250,000 people in the next 5 years and to continue to be recognized as the leader in providing high-quality job training and placement services, while the longer-term strategy is focused on expanding their mission and operations, enhancement of workforce development and training plans, development of community support, partnerships, and recognition of Goodwill's mission, as well as improvement of the organization to further increase capability, staff development, and career opportunities. The supply chain strategy. Goodwill supplies rely solely upon donations, so it can be difficult to always meet the demands. They do employ a strategy of moving goods between stores based on need. Donors benefit by helping put people to work, and as an additional incentive, their donations are tax deductible. Goodwill outsources in the IT area only, where it makes the most economical sense to outsource versus hire the necessary expertise.
Hi, I'm Michael Hickey, and here are some of Goodwill's quality system and forecasting methods. Most of Goodwill's positions, outside of retail, are certified with degrees such as accounting. Goodwill uses a Kaizen standard, but is considering Lean Six Sigma and ISO 9000 for future implementations. The Kaizen standard has 3 underlying principles. First, that human resources are a company's most important asset. Second, that processes must evolve by gradual improvement rather than radical change. And third, that improvement must be based on a quantitative evaluation of the performance of different processes. Quality control is handled right in the store in the donated goods department in the back by employees, who are trained by a certified retail process training manager. This is where price checks and usability checks are done. Mattresses are an example of something not usable. Goodwill's forecasting is done by using store sales models based on prior year sales. Donations are calculated as no growth in same locations, and in new centers have a model of 200 plus donations per week by month 3. Forecasting error is measured by sales versus forecast on a daily basis. According to the trends seen in forecast charts, Goodwill has 2 to 3 peaks throughout the year. Sales follow donations by 2 to 3 days, with larger lag cycles of 2 to 3 months. Trends also show a linear increase. Goodwill's peak trends follow seasonal factors, such as a peak in December and January, or the holiday seasons, followed by a lag in February and March, and then another peak during summer and house garage cleaning times. Then donations level out in the early fall.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Rowe. For inventory control, Goodwill uses software known as Radar to track their inventory. Radar stands for Revenue Donations Analytical Reports. The software tracks all sales, donation, production counts, and store activities. Radar was specially designed for Goodwill after major thefts from maintenance trucks and docks. The software helps Goodwill know when and where their stocks are low and keeps track of donations. Goodwill's biggest inventory control challenge is getting the right items in the right place at the right time. Their operation scheduling depends on total sales revenue and the total number of donations per store. Each store has a donation drop-off where items can be donated. Employees will separate the donated items, price items appropriately for resale before placing items on the sales floor. If sales and donations are low, then less staff will be scheduled. Goodwill assistant programs help people rebuild their lives through work. These programs are scheduled and expanded to meet the needs of the community, and these programs strive to make strong matches between participants and local employers, ultimately creating independent and productive citizens while creating long-lasting work relationships. Goodwill's competitive advantages are based on lower costs and employees. Items are typically discounted 50 to 75% off market value, and 80% of the sales proceeds fund Goodwill Solutions and other training programs. This employment opportunity granted to challenged workers inspires loyalty and a good work ethic.
Hi, I'm Raj Joy, and I'm here to talk to you about our conclusion. Our team found out that in order to control quality, Goodwill uses Kaizen basic principles instead of Six Sigma, which can be implemented to further improve the quality of goods. Using KPI measurements where workers have a direct impact is key. For example, metrics that focus on quality, such as achieving perfect orders and on-time shipments, are suitable KPIs at the operational level. Another good strategy used by Goodwill is adjusting to the market. Sales forecasting permits all aspects of the business operations. Two recommendations we have for Goodwill are the Lean Six Sigma and the ISO 9000 family standards, in which both are being considered as future enhancements.